Well, I won't take the full 5 minutes, but I'm here to demonstrate broad support for my colleague Joe Kennedy's Bill 915. I was in the Peace Corps. I actually would have been in Paul Sangas's group, but decided to go to law school and then was in Somalia. And when I was there, what we were taught that we were representing the American people, not necessarily the American government, and I think a memorial to mark some 50 years of service by our fellow Americans that's paid by voluntary contributions is an appropriate indication of the public support for the volunteers who are representing them in many different societies all around the world. It's always been my hope over time, as you'd indicated, that rather than it being sort of a bureaucratic thing, that over time it could evolve to being supported by, and it's gradually happening, by voluntary contributions and support, rather than necessarily by being a government-centered institution. We're nowhere near there yet, but institutions have been developing that support individual volunteers as they do their efforts all around the world. And I think my other colleagues will testify to the impact the Peace Corps had on them as individuals and actually their ability to communicate our role in the world as a result of that experience. So I strongly urge that this be dealt with in the spirit in which it's offered, which is as a legitimate memorial and commemorative effort rather than any sort of partisan football, and urge that the committee give it favorable consideration.
I also want to thank Congressman Petri for his extraordinary history of service, our former fellow Peace Corps volunteer, and his dedication to public service throughout his career.